This will be a short presentation on the chemical structure and properties of lignin. I hope you learned something that encourages you to make the world a better place. In OCLU, we study life, the universe, and everything in it. Life is very much a physical thing in that we all take up space, hold ourselves upright, and even move around autonomously. The structural components that make up our bodies, for example, are indeed a very important part of what it means to be alive. Plants also depend on their structural components to survive their daily routine. This video will discuss a class of molecules known as lignin, which provide much of the structural scaffolding in cell walls, protection against microbial decay, and a host of other essential functions to vascular plants, and particularly trees. Before we talk more about why lignin is important to trees and why chemistry is important to lignin, I'd like to spend just a moment to explain why exactly trees are so important to us. The relevance of this investigation extends beyond what we have in common with trees as living things. We depend on trees. This is critical. Understand that we make our energy not only with the air they breathe, but with the sugars they produce and with the water that trickles from the hills upon which they grow. The world's forests are a critical anchor to climate and home to the largest abundance of biodiversity above sea level. To understand trees and their properties, their benefits, their limits, is essential if we are to minimize the negative impacts of a warming climate with rising greenhouse gases and finite fossil fuels. Lignin specifically is relevant in technologies that will allow us to replace many fossil fuel products with ones made from biomass. Lignin is a term that represents a large group of polymers synthesized from oxidative combinatorial coupling of 4-hydroxyphenylpropanoids. These primary structural components of lignin, or monolignals, are aromatic alcohols, p-coumaryl alcohol, synapyl alcohol, and coniferyl alcohol. These components, as they are incorporated into the lignin polymer, are called p-hydroxyphenyl, syringlyl, and guaiacyl units respectively. Lignin is an important molecule in all vascular plants. It provides biomechanical support to hold up the tremendous weight of trees that grow vertically to compete for sunlight. It also protects the tissues of plants from insects and rot. It is more concentrated in compression wood and less so in tension wood. Another fundamental role is in the conduction of water through vascular tissue. Now let's discuss some of the characteristics that make lignin what it is. The molecule is insoluble in both water and alcohol. It is composed of alcohols with double bonded hexane rings. Hydrogen and carbon-13 NMR are the most effective techniques to identify distinct subunits of the molecule in their various permutations. The alkenes of the monolignals are what provide a site for both nucleophilic and electrophilic interactions, thus allowing polymerization. This endwise combinatorial coupling begins with the dehydrogenation of a single monomer, which then bonds to another, creating a chain an average of 13 to 20 subunits long. As I mentioned earlier, the purpose of lignin is to protect cell wall polysaccharides from chemical degradation. This function is an obstacle, however, to processes that aim to break down wood fibers. Because of this, people who make products like pulp for paper and biofuels are working to investigate how we can design plants that deposit less lignin or produce lignin that is more amenable to chemical degradation. This is very exciting because the more efficiently we can break down wood and turn it into replacements for fossil fuel products, the more quickly green infrastructure will become a popular way to invest in a sustainable future. I hope this video was an opportunity for you to consider trees as a useful tool in a sustainable future. I also hope that you were able to see how the chemical properties of lignin influence our ability to use wood to make materials and products of all kinds. The economic value of wood as an alternative to fossil fuel products should help the world transition from the cheap carbon of yesteryear to the all-organic, custom-made carbon of the future. Thank you for listening. Enjoy your day.